Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well. It's Friday the 1st of August, so it's a weekend. I hope you're all having a good weekend, and we are back with another beer review. And this was another beer that was very kindly sent to me from the great man, the legend in my eyes. I think he's ace. I really do love his channel, Jonathan Brown, also known as Northern Southerner Beer Reviews. Been going for ages now. If you do not know this bloke, go and check out his channel. As with every channel you recommend, it's not going to be to everyone's taste, like anyone, like me, like every other channel out there. But I think JB is great, and I think if you take to him, you love him, and you watch him consistently, he knows his stuff, and he's just seems like a proper genuine lad. So big thank you to JB for that. Go and check his channel out, like I said, if you haven't. So now we've got all the niceties out the way, let's get cracking with the beer review. So the beer he sent me is from a brewery that I think is probably his most local brewery. I think he certainly gets quite a few from them, and it's from a Wensleydale brewery. Got some little fly there. Wensleydale brewery. The exact address, I can't read that. Contact the well, no, I'm not even going to do it. Wensleydale brewery is somewhere Wensleydale, obviously. And he sent me a can of their Big Crush New England IPA, and I like that can. That is simple. Sometimes, funky cans with lots going on are great, but sometimes a nice simple can says it all, and I like it plain, simple. I think it's a little bit more attractive on the eye, certainly to an old man like me. It's a hazy pale, as they say, 6.2% ABV, and it has got Citra and Krush hops in it. Now this seems to be, Krush seems to be the big hop for people to be using. I'm not sure if it is a New Zealand hop or not, but yeah, let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Now I don't have a Wensleydale glass. This cost him £4.95, by the way, so very generous to John. Don't have a Wensleydale glass, but I'm going to use my White Hag glass, which is my glass I use for all generic sort of New England's, doubles, IPAs, standard IPAs, and at least it starts with a big W. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Now by the time this video goes up, the time I'm recording it, it's just 5-6 days. It's Friday today. It's next Thursday that I go to the Great British Beer Festival for 2 days in Birmingham. Noisy sods outside. But by the time this video goes up, that would have passed. But I will be meeting up with Simo, Rob Walsh, and his good lady Jolie. Obviously Rob Walsh is Mr. B's Homebrews and Beer Reviews, and David Wilson is going to be there, who is apparently one of my subscribers, also I'm led to believe. So it'd be nice to meet up with him, and hopefully when I am there, like I say, even though this is probably going to be up after I've been, it would be great if anyone does see me. Feel free. Well, why am I saying it's pointless? It's going to be too late. But I just hope people come up to, if they do recognise me, it'd be nice if they come up to me, and if they want to have a chat or whatever, great. Be good if they do it. Probably all the 3 people will do that. Probably maybe David Wilson, Simo, and Mr. B. Right, let's stop talking. Let's get this cracked open and see what we get. I do like a New England IPA. Let's get going. I've got a few reviews to come up. I've got 3 to actually upload, and I've got one that I've just done from the Urban Viking Hour review, and obviously this. But I have, because my reviews have slowed down a little bit, I've decided to spread them out. Obviously a couple of things going on in home life. Beers are running out as well, but you know, the review side of it is taking a little bit of a second back seat at the moment. But that is life. That is life. So another quick look at the can. Really nice. You'll see that on the thumbnail. Beer in a glass. There we go. We have got, now on your screen it looks a lot brighter than it does mine, I would say, until I hold it up against the light. But there is a massive fog of sediment that is just lingering around in the glass. You can see it. You can see the first bit is all sort of slightly hazy, and then there's this big fog of sediment with a few clumps in there, and it sort of like, for me, you kind of think it's not very appetizing. You're maybe not getting that on there. Just a dust in a white on top. I can't really see any bubbles going up, but I'm sure there is a few. Let's give it a swirl like I've done there. Let's dive in with the nose, see what we get. Ooh. Big citrus. I don't know what the crush hop brings to the old party, but mango, orange, citrus, that's the big thing for me. Very dry. It's got a dry nose on it, a dank nose on it. It's got very much it's got a feel of a double IPA. Dry, dank, musty. Yeah, orange, mango. Very yeasty, maybe. Interesting. Be interesting to see what it tastes like. I mean, it could be one that just tastes exactly as it smells, but it could be one that tastes very different. So I'm going to stop talking because we're getting on a bit now. Big Krush New England IPA, sent to me from Northern Southerner Beer Reviews, Wensleydale Brewery, 6.2%. Go and check Northern Southerner out, and cheers to everyone. Wow. I was sort of hit with two things then, as soon as I sort of took a mouthful. At the same time, I think the biggest thing that hit me was the smoothness of that beer. The smoothness is incredible. The second thing, or the thing that was running alongside it but maybe got overshadowed by the smoothness, was the body. 6.2%. The body of that beer is fantastic. It really is fantastic. Now, I know 6.2% isn't the biggest body, biggest ABV you're ever going to drink, but the body is absolutely spot on and banging for that ABV. You couldn't knock it. You really could not knock that body. That is unreal. That is on the verge of chewy. I would call it chewy actually for the ABV. For a 6.2% beer, that body is really chewy. The mouthfeel is incredible. It really is. It is so smooth. It is so soft. It is so easy to drink. It glides down the old palate, down the gullet, and around the palate. It's just such a smooth drinking experience. And the carbonation's in there. It is in there. You know, I spoke about everything else, but you kind of think, oh, is there any bubbles in there though? And having that mouthful, not on the initial start, but you get a rush of small carbonation, which just brings a beer to life. That's the little bit that brings it to life. Going in a slightly different order, the ABV, I don't really think you get that 6.2% as such, but it's, I wouldn't say it's drinking like a big bolshy 6% beer, but I do think you are getting some of that ABV there, but it's not unpleasant. That's the thing, it's not unpleasant. It is manageable and very easy drinking. I'm gonna let a bit of gas off in a second. Pardon me. Now to the taste. Now, the more I've drunk of it, I said it was all mango orange on the nose. I still think there's mango, an orange there. I think you are definitely getting pineapple. Passion fruit could definitely be in there in the mix. It smelt dry on the nose, and there is a dryness. The dryness sort of kicks in right on the back end, but I don't think it's as dry as maybe as it smells. You do get that musty dankness to it. Very little bitterness there, but I do feel there's maybe a little tickle of that grapefruit thing going on in the background that's maybe bringing a little bit of bitterness or dryness to it. It's a funny sort of one. You could even say it has a little pithy edge maybe. But it's nice. It's nice. It's a really decent beer. I'm getting to the end of it now. I do feel it's a funny thing with beer, isn't it? I mean, I always swill my beer around as I drink it, and I don't know why. I suppose I do. I just do it naturally. I can't help it. But I'll probably kill some of the carbonation off that is in the beer. The carbonation is in the beer when you drink it, but as I've got down it, it sort of disappeared a bit, so that could be down to me. So could it do with a touch more carbonation? Possibly, possibly not, but overall, it is a very, very decent beer. If I was going to be really critical as well, maybe a little bit more punchy, juicy notes. But this is me being overcritical. It's a very, very decent beer. It's very tasty. Like I say, the body and the smoothness and the mouthfeel, absolutely outstanding. And just an outstanding beer, really. You can't knock it. £4.95 for that. Yeah, I think that is what you expect. I would like I said, a little bit more punchiness maybe on the sort of like citrus juicy notes. You do get them. I'd like a bit more punchiness on it. That said, £4.95 for that beer, I think you are getting what you pay for. You really are, apart from maybe a touch more juiciness. But that really would be me nitpicking and being a fussy old bugger. And let's face it, anyone that watches me probably knows I'm probably more critical maybe than I should be at times. But Wensleydale Brewery, Big Krush New England IPA. Sorry for going on for 13 minutes. Gets a big thumbs up from me. Definitely drink it again. Definitely recommend it. Pardon me again. It's repeating on me. Big time. Definitely recommend it again. If you've had it before, let me know your thoughts on it. A massive thank you to JB once again. Go and give him a sub. If you like the video, feel free to like it. If you like the channel, feel free to sub. If I talk too much, please tell me, but be polite. You know, just say, hang on Baz, shut your gob a minute. And I will see you again soon on another one. Cheers.